Okay, folks, ready for a deep dive?
Always.
All right, let's do it. Today we're looking at a job posting.
Oh, a job posting.
Yeah, but a really interesting one.
Okay, I like those.
It's for commercial loan officers at this company called CRE Fastrack.
Cre Fastrack.
Yeah, and at first glance, it seems pretty standard,
Yeah.
but the more you look at it, the more it's like, what's actually going on here?
Interesting.
Yeah, it's like a peek behind the curtain of this whole world of private investors and direct lending.
You don't always see that kind of stuff out in the open.
Exactly. So that's what we're going to unpack today.
Let's do it.
Okay, so right off the bat, this phrase, direct lender, it's everywhere in this posting.
Okay.
So what is the big deal with direct lending in this kind of situation?
Well, it's a pretty different model from what most people are used to, you know?
Right.
Typically, you go to a bank, you present your project, and then you wait and you wait.
So much waiting.
Yeah, exactly. And they've got all these processes and procedures.
Yeah, hoops to jump through.
Exactly. But direct lenders like the CRE Fast Track,
Mm-hmm.
they're kind of cutting out the middleman. They're working directly with private investors who are ready to put that money to work.
So does that mean things move faster?
Yeah, potentially much faster.
Okay. And you said they're working with private investors, so is that like venture capitalists or something like that?
It could be high net worth individuals, family offices, even private equity firms.
Oh, wow. So it's a pretty diverse pool of money.
Yeah, exactly. And that can be a big advantage for borrowers because it means more flexibility.
Okay, so faster and more flexible? That sounds pretty good, right?
Yeah, it can be, but there's always another side to the coin.
Right. There's got to be a catch.
Exactly. So one thing to keep in mind is that direct lenders sometimes operate with less regulatory oversight than traditional banks.
So less regulation.
Right. And because they're often looking for quicker returns,
Makes sense.
they might be more willing to finance projects that a bank would just say no to.
Oh, so there's more risk involved?
Potentially.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely a trade-off.
So you got to know what you're getting into.
Exactly. You've
Right.
got to do your due diligence and make sure it's the right fit.
All right, so for investors who are a bit more comfortable with risk, maybe want to move quickly,
Mm-hmm.
this could be a good option.
Yeah, potentially very lucrative.
Speaking of lucrative, let's talk about this commission structure.
Okay.
1 to 2% of the loan amount.
Wow.
And we're talking commercial real estate here.
Yeah, those loans can be huge.
Millions, right?
Oh, yeah, easily millions, maybe even tens of millions.
Okay, so do the math on that, 1 to 2%.
That's a lot of money.
Yeah. A successful loan officer could be making some serious bank.
Yeah, no kidding.
That probably explains why they're looking for people with at least one active commercial listing.
Makes sense.
They want people who are already in the game.
They don't want someone starting from scratch.
Right, they need people who already have a deal flow and connections.
Yeah, exactly. They're not looking to train someone up. They want someone who can hit the ground running.
That makes sense.
Hey.
It's a high-stakes world.
Absolutely high rewards, too, though.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's this other interesting detail in the posting.
Yeah, what's that?
They talk about providing all these services for investors.
Like what kind of services?
Things like down payments, second position loans, even partnership financing.
Oh, that's really interesting.
It seems like they're not just connecting borrowers and lenders, they're creating all these different options.
Yeah, it's like they're building this whole ecosystem of financing solutions.
Right. So how would that work in practice? Can you give me an example?
Sure, let's say you have an investor who wants to get involved in a big development project,
Okay.
but they don't have the full down payment.
That could be a big hurdle.
It can be, yeah, but
Okay.
CRE Fast Track might be able to connect them with a private lender.
Oh, like someone who specializes in down payment assistance.
Exactly, and that opens the door to that deal.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Or they might structure a second position loan, to provide additional leverage for an investor.
Oh, so they're getting creative with it.
Mhm. Yeah, it's all about finding the right tools for the job and making deals happen.
Okay, so we started with this job posting,
Yeah.
and we ended up down this rabbit hole of direct lending and private investors and custom financing solutions.
It's amazing what you can find just by looking a little closer.
It really is.
Yeah.
So for everyone listening, keep your eyes peeled.
Yeah,
There are all these alternative financing models out there,
absolutely.
and they're changing the game.
Definitely changing the game.
And as you explore this world, think about how companies like CRE Fast Track are shaping the future of real estate financing.
Yeah, and what does that mean for borrowers? What does that mean for investors?
Lots to think about.
There is.
All right, folks, that's our deep dive for today.
See you next time.
Sienna.